Alright, what's up YouTube? I haven't done a video probably ever, or very rarely. Getting my guns ready for the Area 6 USPSA match. Those that want to get into competition, you can just get on USPSA and you'll figure out more about that. Maybe I'll do another video another time, but basically I haven't cleaned these guns since the Delmarva match. And before I make a trip to Alabama to shoot this match, I'll give them a little cleaning. So this is just going to be a video on how I do that. So let's get into it. So first let's talk about what I've got or what you might need to clean a modern semi-automatic handgun. For me, got some gloves. This is a bore snake. This is to clean the barrel. T-shirt cut into rags. This one's well used. I do like a little board brush of some sort. Normally your pistols come with one of these in their box sometimes. And like a nylon brush. And then for actual cleaning, I like this Hoppe's Gun Medic stuff. It's got some pressure behind it, and it does just enough for these kind of guns. And then after you clean it and wipe it, just a little oil. This is Lucas. Bennie Cooley put me on this stuff years ago. I like it. And then you'll need your guns, and I'm gonna spray the mags and clean them off a little bit. All right, so we'll get started. I got this silly hat camp on to maybe give you guys a POV, right? The other thing I forgot to mention is compressed air. One of these little fittings attachments really makes things faster. This gun is just a regular M&P. Started its life back when they first came out with the aluminum frames, but for the most part, modern handguns, they'll have like a takedown lever or some very basic way to tear them apart. So it's apart. You see it's got some pretty good dirt in there. The barrel's got a little bit of fouling in it, nothing too crazy. And the slide, dirty. So all right, so now it's the part you like to sweep before you mop, and that's what we're gonna do. Sweep before you mop here. Basically, you got your nylon brush, just brush it off. And for the most part, Glocks, SIGs, these Smith and Wessons, really most modern striker fired guns, this level of cleaning is sufficient. All right, so once I brush it out really well, I'll go to the slide, brush it out as well. This is kind of important, not super like time consuming. I don't like to spend time getting these things perfect. Most of these kinds of guns are duty guns, and they're built for that purpose. So now that everything's been brushed up, little friend air hose here. Blow that all out. Blow the optic off. I'm gonna take and blow this out. This gets a majority of stuff out that needs to get out. Now that we have hit it with the brush, get the Hoppe's Gun Medic, and we're gonna spray it kind of away from my face here. Just a gracious amount there will do. Kind of do the same thing with the slide. Yeah. And then same with the barrel. All right. That's been hit pretty stout. And now, once it's been sprayed, you can see it kind of just pulling the dirt and grime off of this. Anyway, I take and just wipe it off. Try to not get it too much on the glass. Now, there's probably some people out there that disagree with everything I'm doing here, but this works for me. Now just kind of wipe all the dirt until I get it kind of, I wouldn't say dry, but that's the reason I like this Hoppe's, is it leaves like a film, like a nice, not oily, but it's definitely like designed well. You could probably just use that to clean it and not even have to oil. But we're gonna oil some of the key components. That's that. Same thing, wipe off the frame. Now I'm gonna be redoing the grip tape on this, so not too worried about the sticky coming off of that. The adhesion. But like I say, I do this before I drive a couple hours to like a major match or level 2 match. Not that it's detrimental to the guns working, but makes me feel better. I'll try to get this mag well dried out pretty well. And I'll do a video on putting some grip tape on here. That makes a difference. Really does on just about every gun I have. I like grip tape. Not so much carry guns, mainly because that tape rubs on you. So here we'll get the brush, kind of hit this feed ramp in the chamber area. But some wet spots here I missed. Kind of got a goldy looking sheen to it. I like it. And then I'll hit it with the air hose. Then I'm gonna do this barrel one more hit. That's while it's wet. All right. On to the next one. All right, so run the board brush through there a little bit. Now I'm gonna take this snake and you just pull it. That's why I like these snakes. You just pull it through. It's got wire brushes in it. It's got fabric, kind of pulls oil through it, cleaner through it. But like, that's as clean as that needs to be. I don't expect. This is not a it's not a bullseye gun. The air is key to making this very fast and efficient. So now that that's been sprayed and clean, like I said, we hit it with the hoppies and the dry brush, got the big particles out. Now we just gotta lube up key points. I just lube the rub marks here. So like one drop there, one drop there. There's some rub in there. Got some on these back frame slide guides here. A little bit on the sear. And touch on that spring. And that's really like the only part of that needs lubrication, because this does kind of give it some lubrication. All right, now we'll lube here, rubs, do it on the plunger, a little bit in the slide rails here, right? And then a drip in here for that. There's a spring under there. And yeah, so that's lubed. This is lubed. Now we take the barrel, rub marks there, a little more rub mark there, rub mark there, and then you can just coat it to it a little bit. Set this back in here. Guide rod, dry it off. Really not even dirty somehow. Couple drops here, one on the ends, one in the middle. Get it back in place. Oh, it's like butter. And then I'll take a loosey goosey now. It was a little crunchy before. But I'll take a lens wipe and I'll wipe that lens off. And then I'll do a video about the grips after I finish cleaning them. I moved into the shade because it's hot. The other thing, talk about the mags. I just take my dirty rag. It's got some residual oil on it. Kind of just wipe it off. These Henning base pads here, they've got a nice kind of a quick disassembly feature. I'll take them apart, make sure that doesn't need anything crazy attention. Then if you need some springs and followers, you can replace those as needed. If you shoot a lot of matches, probably should change them pretty frequently. When I say frequently, compared to your hobbyist or regular shooting people, think they're shooters, you probably need to change these every year, if not every 8 months. But I haven't had any feeding issues with these. So anyway, you go back to put these back together. Put it in. These little guys, kind of got to hold your mouth right. Wiggle your nose. There we go. Once it pops past that little detent, it's good to go. Cycle it a couple times. But that's how I do the mags.